Buffalo Fanatics, what's going on? This is Pierre the Kingpin, and I wanted to talk to you today about Cigars International, which is the ultimate destination for premium homemade cigars. Known as the industry leader, Cigars International offers the largest selection, unbeatable prices, and a customer service experience that's second to none. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned vet, Cigars International makes enjoying cigars easy, approachable, and fun. Cigars International is the go-to retailer for all things cigars, with the biggest selection of premium homemade cigars available anywhere. Cigars International offers unbeatable deals and discounts, making it easy to stock up on your favorite or try something new without breaking the bank. With fast free shipping and their 100% satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence knowing that Cigars International stands behind every order. They have good relationship with vendors that helps provide great low prices. Whether you're new to cigars or a seasoned pro, Cigars International makes it easy to find the right cigar with helpful guides, staff reviews, and expert advice. It's not just about cigars. Cigars International also offers a wide range of accessories and more to elevate your smoking experience. Check out the great deals every day at cigarsinternational.com. That's cigars, CIGARS, international.com. Use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply. Again, use code FANATICS at checkout for 20% off your order of $50 or more, plus free shipping. Or visit www.cigarsinternational.com/fanatics, and the discount will automatically apply.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy back at it again. We are joined by my man Z-Bot.
What's happening? Happy Friday, everybody.
You Z-Bot, you're muted, buddy.
Of course, I'm not.
I think you're muted.
It says I'm not muted. I'm gonna need somebody in the chat to holla at your boy. What's the problem?
Yes, sir. That's my guy Z-Bot in the house.
You got
Ladies
me
and
now?
gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rico Report. My guy Z-Bot is here with me, Mr. Fashionista from Rochester.
Yes, sir.
If you guys aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, we had a beautiful clip by my guy Z-Bot this week, and he came in and killed the game.
I'm telling you what, man, Rico. When there's breaking news, I'm on the case. I am on the case. Okay, that was groundbreaking, earth-shattering news. I don't know. I'm tossing names back and forth. I haven't decided yet. But
I really like Chet.
I like Chet. Chet's good. I like Mitch, Tom. Back to you, Tom. Back to you, Mitch.
Back to you, Tom. I like it. I like it a lot.
Tommy boy.
Riveting
reporting as always.
We got a big show tonight. I think we got some topics that shock some people, some topics that I think people will kind of gravitate toward.
I sure as hell hope so.
I think so. I think they will. So here's the folks. The AFC is loaded. The AFC is loaded. You name a team in the AFC, they're going to be probably at some point. So everybody
yeah. So what's going on here? Are you What you using a telegram over there? What do you got going on?
I don't know what
somebody snipped the wires on your mic. My man, Rev.
Yo.
Rev's
What's happening?
Your mic on?
Yeah, it's on.
I don't think it is. I think your computer speakers are picking up, fellas. It's Friday. I mean, friends and Bills fans alike in the comments. It's been a rough go here tonight, Rev. My man Rico, I'm pretty sure his studio was attacked by ghosts because everything he said would be repeated about 9 to 10 times. And now with you, I'm hearing that
is it doing the same thing?
It ain't sounded. All right, I'm out.
We're gonna get Rev back in. We're gonna see
Yo.
All right, let me know what happens.
You get up.
Fam.
Let's see if are we reverbing?
Yo, that's it. That's it.
Mother ever problem with Z the whole time.
Hold on, let me try something. Unbelievable. Of course.
Yo, there's no way it can be us, man. I'm telling you.
Come on, man. I was like, yo, I changed locations, but I'm like, man, come on. I'm double checking.
For real, right? So, no echo. We're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Bobby's like, yo, it's not both y'all. It's fucking Z-Bot. Yo, get Z-Bot's ass out of here.
Hey,
DJ Z-Bot.
My man, Steven Printup, he said, talking to Z-Bot, he said his headphones are on, but the sound is coming from his computer and going into the mic. So
it could be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Z-Bot thought he was the only one that's running shit. Boy, you better fix your shit. But anyway,
this brand new laptop.
At it again. Let's get this thing party. Let's get this party started. So, yo, Rev, what's good, fam?
What's happening, baby? Man, I'm glad to be back.
There's one thing that I wanted to do because last week you outdid me because you were sipping on the vino.
There you go.
So sometimes when I get that liquor in my system, sometimes I might turn into Rated R Rico. I'm not trying to be Rated R Rico at all because we had some fun topics today.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I put something out for you guys to ponder on. And I hope you did your homework on our topics for the night. And our topics for the night was, who is the biggest freaking threat to these Bills?
Yeah,
man. We know the AFC, and it's coming from the AFC first and foremost, because if we don't get our act together, we're done. We're done ski. You know what I'm saying? That some people talk like that. We're done ski.
I hear it again, dude.
I hear it again.
Now I'm bad. Yo, I sound like I'm on Mount Everest.
Yo.
Sound like I just bit into a York peppermint patty. Time, I'll be right back again. I'll try something else.
You got it, buddy. So as my man Z-Bot is doing his thing, we got things to talk about. Now, before we get into the biggest threat, there's news coming outside of New Jersey. I'm not sure if you heard the news, but there's news coming out of New Jersey that Kadarius Toney is on the block.
Oh, snap.
The block is hot with Kadarius Toney. And, well, the skill sets Kadarius Toney brings is to get in and out of breaks, can go in the slot, he can kick and punt return, something that we don't have. Well, I can't say we don't have it. He's going to be he would compete for it when it comes to that return game, because we're not sure what we have in Stevenson. We're not. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
We're not sure what we have in our guy McKenzie. So it's going to be open to find out who's going on. Somebody said, who? Yo, guys, if you guys don't know who Kadarius Toney is the receiver coming out of the New York Giants, right? And it's puzzling to me. They just got him, what, 2 years ago, a year ago? Something like that?
I think a couple of years ago.
And they're already ready to move on from him. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah,
so
me neither.
I'm wondering that there's some character issues. There's things that he's not buying into. But who blames Kadarius Toney when you had a coach like Joe Judge that was super military-like, trying to, you know what I mean, like put a square peg into a circle? Like, fam, just be cool. Do what you got to do. Don't try to flip things around. And that's exactly what he was doing with these Giants. And it turns out that's what the team was what it looked like. Trash, some garbage. So maybe this just didn't work out. So character issues, it seems to be the challenge right now. Z-Bot just has to say something to us, and then we can get back on.
Oh my God! As soon as I spoke, it's still bad.
Are you there?
Unbelievable.
No, hold on.
We don't hear anything.
No, we don't hear nothing
at all.
No, I hear you, but I don't hear echo.
It's the crowd that's gonna have to tell us what they hear. And if they give us a thumbs up that Z-Bot
As soon as
Rev,
I spoke, some drag racer just took off. So I thought that was me, but it was a car.
So Kadarius Toney is on the block and available. Everybody's good. Let's fucking roll, man. I didn't want to cuss, but you are here now.
You know what's weird though? I'm glad everybody can hear me good. Now I sound like in my headphones, it sounds like I swallowed a balloon. So I don't know what the hell is going on. But hey, as long as the fans are happy, I'll sit here and suffer. I don't care.
Right. I was about to say, can you deal with it or no?
I'm good. Let's do it.
He's gonna deal. So what we were just talking about was Kadarius Toney is available. And if a lot of people have been talking about, well, we should draft a receiver with the 25th pick or draft a receiver altogether. Well, we have an opportunity to potentially go out and get Kadarius Toney. Now, how much we value a receiver like Kadarius Toney on this team, we may not need it. We got Crowder, we got McKenzie coming out of the slot. We have a guy like Diggs that can do both. So whether necessary or not, but Bradbury, if you find a package, you know what I'm saying, to put Bradbury and Kadarius Toney to send to the Bills for some picks next year, picks, I'm listening. I'd be all in on listening to what they have in store for us, but it'd be very interesting to see how that plays out. So that's the rumor that's out there. Kadarius Toney available. They're putting him up for trade. So will the Bills answer? Will the Bills be talking? And you always hear Bean's always listening. He's like, right. I'm always listening. I'm always looking to flip every rock there is. So let's make that happen. So we'll see how that plays out, man. We'll see how that plays out. Second topic I want to hit on, folks. Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel won out of San Francisco. San Fran's like, yo, we'll pay you. I'll give you the money. He says, no. Rev, why wouldn't he want to sign an extension with the San Francisco 49ers? Tell me why. What is the reason?
This is what I'm thinking, and I've heard kind of pontifications.
There it is
about it, man. And I think it's because when you look at the usage that he's getting, right? How San Fran has been using him like not just a wide receiver, and I think he even coined the phrase wide back. So he's been used as a wide receiver and a running back, and so he's getting all of that usage, but probably only getting wide receiver pay. But he's putting in even more work, and so. You know what I'm saying? So when he's looking at all these guys get these extensions and all this money, he's looking at himself. He's like, well, look, I'm doing more than what they're doing. Like we love our own Bills, right? We love Stephon Diggs and what he does, but Diggs ain't putting in the work that Deebo Samuel doing. He's not getting the ball out the backfield. He's not acting like a running back. You know what I'm saying? So when Deebo is looking at it, he's like, look, I'm doing this. I'm doing a job of a running back and a wide receiver. And maybe they're only trying to shoot him that wide receiver money. And he's like, look, I'm out. If this is what you guys are going to do for me, I don't want to, fam. And he probably wants to prolong his career and get out from all that multiple usage too. So I don't know. Plus you got a rookie, no, he's not a rookie now more. He's going to be a second year player, but he's Trey Lance. Yeah. So, I mean, he's probably looking to move away from all that.
Zebot, what are your thoughts on Deebo Samuels? Is he justified to feel how he's feeling? Like, yo, I'm not F y'all. I'm not doing with y'all. I'm not dealing with you. What does he have a leg to stand on?
Man, I got to tell you, man. I mean, I'm getting a little sick and tired of this. This is what happened in the NBA a while ago, and I had a feeling it was going to trickle into the NFL. It did with the quarterback position, and now that is bleeding into the wide receiver position. This year, especially, we have seen what has happened to the wide receiver market. It has exploded. The amount of money that they're demanding now is insane. Deebo Samuel sees that. You couple that with the fact that the word on the street is he doesn't want to be in California for whatever reason, whether it be he's not near his family, what have you. But I guess, that's one of the main factors here. Apparently money isn't the biggest issue, is what I'm hearing about the situation. But you also look at their current quarterback predicament. They have Jimmy Garoppolo, who has been meant to be kicked off this team for the last 2 years and hasn't been. Right. You're wondering when the changing of the guard is going to happen. There's been a lot of just uncertainty in San Francisco. And Deebo Samuel, although he is a gadget guy, and if I was running the team, I'd use him as such, he feels as though he wants to be used more as a wide receiver than he has been this Swiss Army knife style player in San Fran. I don't quite understand that mindset when you are a player like him who's very unique. There aren't many Deebo Samuels in the league. You'd probably think he'd want to continue to play to his strengths, but that doesn't seem to be the case here. But the overall sentiment that I'm getting a little sick and tired of here is players just saying, well, you know what? I don't really like my situation here, so I'm gonna sit and pout in the corner until you move me. We've seen this time and time again. Last week we talked about it with Kyler Murray and Aaron Rodgers, and it's just continuing to happen again and again. And I think, unfortunately, this is what we're going to need to start getting used to here. I mean, this is what it is. The money is too big. They're seeing other guys demand it and get it. And if they're a player who is deserving of that type of money, or they think that they're deserving of a better situation, you are going to realize it quickly. And I think Deebo Samuel is currently putting the Niners in that situation right now.
He definitely is putting himself. He's putting them in a position, and he's finding out what his market is right now as well. Maybe it's a tactic, right? Next year they may not even want to give me the deal, so I might as well find out what I'm worth right now when I'm at my hottest, right? 1,400 yards receiving, over 300 yards rushing. He was an integral. He was the piece for that offense to go. I mean, George Kittle is nice. We love George Kittle, but Deebo Samuel, when you say Deebo Samuel, that's that dude. Now, I feel he has the leverage. I got one more deal. I got one more year left on my deal.
Yeah.
If I'm going to get my money, I'm going to get it now because I am at my hottest. Because what I know the NFL will do is they will try to franchise tag me, which I highly doubt they might do that, but they have that option to do that. They will either say, you know what, we've used you again as a running back. Your body's worn and torn. We ain't paying you. We're going to let you be somebody else's issue. While he's healthy and capable of doing all things right now, this is where he's got the most leverage. And let me tell you, he's not the only one in this position. A.J. Brown's doing the same damn thing right now. And the receiver out of the Commanders, Washington.
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry, right? Terry McLaurin is doing the same damn thing. So right now, and like Zeba said, man, the money is being given out to everybody right now. So we want to get theirs right now, right? It's all about guaranteed money. So Deebo he's got an opportunity. Here's the deal. He might go to New York Jets, or he's going
that right there makes the most sense because they have 2 top 10 picks and they don't have anybody to throw the ball to. So
it makes all the sense, right? And guess what? San Francisco doesn't even have a first round pick this year.
Yeah,
they're not picking exactly first.
And Robert Saleh is from San Fran, and so is their OC. So it's a perfect pairing.
A connection, yeah.
But Jesus, sense. Man, I understand you don't want to live in Cali. You want to live in Jersey and play for the Jets. Man. Go ahead.
I mean, listen, anybody that goes money to the New York Jets and the New York Giants it's a big enough market.
Boys, this is a really good thought here. Jack's bringing it up, and I don't think enough people are talking about it. The Chiefs now have an unbelievable amount of draft capital after getting rid of Tyreek, and you would think, maybe Deebo Samuel isn't in the cards for the Chiefs. Obviously, they're big spenders. We know this, but they bagged up from Miami on Tyreek. I would not rule the Chiefs out on this, and I'll tell you what. That's an upgrade in my opinion, the way you can utilize Deebo.
Really?
Look, man. Yeah, for sure. And let me jump in here, Bob, because I have never even thought about that.
Well, before I let Ray go, I don't want to say upgrade as far as my feelings on Tyreek. I think he's the best receiver in the league. But for what they got,
really,
I do.
We don't talk about that, my guy.
Oh yeah. I think if I had my pick a receiver, I'm taking Tyreek every day.
You're taking Tyreek over Devontae Adams.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I've thought for a while that Tyreek Hill is probably the best wide receiver in the league. Only because what you get from him, you don't get from anybody else. You think about it like this: if the Bills last year against the Chiefs in the divisional round, that play for the Chiefs to take the lead late from Tyreek, that 80-yard touchdown, that doesn't happen unless it's Tyreek and Tyreek Hill alone. That's not a touchdown. I just look at what he brings to a team, especially a team who knows how to utilize him, and Andy Reid sure as hell did. It's just different than what anybody else brings. I think Deebo also brings that too. So to clarify, I don't necessarily think it's an upgrade, but for what they got, and then being able to turn that into Deebo and then also keep other capital that you got from Tyreek, because Tyreek was due to be paid a hell of a lot of money. Upgrade might not be the right word, but it'd be a hell of a chess move for them to do what they did and then wind up with Debo.
Dude, that would be huge. Because, I mean, think about it. Now they're going to have to end up paying him, here soon. But if you add him, think about it, they still have they got Juju, right?
Yep.
Then they got him in the offseason. And then they get MVS too.
Yep. And he's a speed guy too.
And he's a speed guy. So you add those three guys. Look, that would be extremely dangerous, man. I don't want to see Debo in Kansas City. I may be changing my team at the end of the night.
If you think about it, it does make all the sense too, because I mean, don't forget they also lost Pringle. Pringle's gone.
Yeah.
A speed guy for them as well. So and that's what these guys do, man. Weapons galore. You lose, and the crazy thing is, and this is where it doesn't make sense for me. So you didn't want to pay, in Z-Bot's eyes, the best receiver in the game, but you'll trade and pay for Deebo Samuels, which is not on the level of Tyreek Hill. So the Chiefs doing that move would be odd. Odd.
Financially, yeah. I can see that,
because he's gonna demand the money that he can't demand $30 million. So okay, and here's my question to you guys: where does Deebo Samuel fall? In what range? Is he in the 15 to 20 range? Is he in the 20 to 24 range?
As far as ranking the wide receivers,
in terms of the annual salary he's gonna try to get.
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question.
Because I was talking to my brother about it, and we were looking at everybody that's worth a damn in the NFL and what money they get. Right, our own guy Stephon Diggs is at 24 mil when it's all said and done. Right, extension and everything, 24 mil. Is he on Stephon Diggs' level?
Well, I could tell you what Spot Track has him. Spot Track has him fifth, right below Diggs at 22.4 mil.
Well,
no kidding.
So
there you go.
He's got him at 22 mil.
I
have felt that he was going to be between 19 and 20, 19 to 20, 21, give or take in that range. So if they got him around 22 mil, then it's what it is. But we better pray he doesn't go to the Chiefs, because the Chiefs
I hope not.
Born in our side, and you put a Deebo Samuel that's been a problematic person on that squad. I mean, we got to deal with him, and we got to deal with freaking Tyreek Hill twice a year. It is going to be something. So, which brings me to the topic of the day. You want to come say hi? Yeah, I'm sipping wine today. You want to come say hi or no? Come say hi. This is gentlemen, you've met the wifey before. Everybody has.
What's up, wifey?
Hi.
Happy Friday.
What's up?
Z-Bot says happy Friday.
Thank you.
Z-Bot.
Yes.
It's Earth Day. Actually.
It is Earth Day. Yeah.
What does that mean? What does that mean to you?
I have no idea. My daughters have informed me.
Does that mean you guys just smoke a whole bunch of weed or something? Is that what that means?
That was the other day, Rev.
Oh, well, that's 420, huh? Yeah, my bad.
Because that means
it comes from the earth. So I don't know.
I just said that to sound cool. I couldn't tell you the last time I've partaked, to be honest with you. I always get asked that, by the way, which is funny, because the show's name is, The Smoke Break. It's a play on the fact that I sound like I smoke a carton a day. That's where the name of the show comes from. Everybody always thinks I'm cooked on the show, and that's why I named it that. I'm not, ever. I couldn't tell you the last time I've done it, because it's just not my jazz. You know what I mean? It gives me like panic attacks.
You give me blunt smoker, Z-Bot. No?
What'd you say?
You give me that you're a blunt smoker. You're a backwoods guy. No?
No. I got some buddies who are big backwoods guys. Listen, you know what the skill that goes into that? You got to undo it. You got to take all the crap out. You got to make sure it doesn't fall apart. I've seen it happen before me in my presence. And I'll tell you what,
buddy.
Well, I'm a culturally, I'm culturally aware. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of television as well. But yeah.
Canadians, so like we're allowed to smoke and grow and stuff.
Yeah, we can do it here in New York.
Yeah,
we can do it. It's weird. It's legal here, but you can't go into the store and buy it. So if you buy it from like a drug dealer, you're legally allowed to have it, but there's nowhere else to buy it.
Shouldn't that be the other way around?
Yeah, it makes no sense. You can grow it and own it, but you can't walk into a store and buy it. So
yeah, that's bad.
That doesn't make any sense.
By the way, Amy Wagner says, "Beautiful wife, Rico. Lucky fellas, because we Mafia have seen your babies."
Yeah,
my
babies are so cute.
Yeah, no doubt.
So cute.
I love them.
By the way, Bobby's claiming that bot.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people in here going with the bong. Yeah, I mean that. But no, and everybody thinks I look big too. See, I kind of got these red puffy cheeks, kind of closes the eyes a little bit. You pair that with the voice, and I understand people's assumptions. I do. I get it.
It's the black lips that give it away for brothers.
The smoking?
Yeah. BC back, before Christ, I was a big blunt smoker, man.
Oh yeah?
No kidding.
Oh yeah, bro. I was on the fat ones, dog.
It's
what?
medicinal.
I don't think Bob was using for medicinal purposes, nor was that.
I definitely
it was more for recreational purposes.
I definitely wasn't. No.
You know what though? Is
for medicinal purposes.
I bet you do.
I actually don't mind the CBD.
I don't like it.
See, this is where you guys are. I know nothing.
I haven't even.
I've always been clean boy all day.
I'm more of like an edible than a smoker.
All right, we're not about to get to. We're not.
Hey, this is about to become the real smoke break.
Yeah, this is about to be real.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, and your time is out. You're done. You're done.
Oh, Rico, the wife's a G, man. The edibles are no joke. I mean, you got to clear your schedule if you're going to pop one of those back. You know what I mean?
This one is a wild one, man. She's I'm definitely not the wild one. She's the wild one for sure.
Well, now that it's legal and they're making them in science labs, the things they'll put you in the hospital for God's sakes. They're insane, and they look like very innocent too. You know what I mean? Like they looks like candy and whatever else.
It's a mess. This one will call me. I'll be I'll be doing an overnight shift, and she'll call me, and I get a weird message. I'm like, yo, something's up, and I call her, and she's all acting weird. I'm like, yo, you didn't just pop a damn. I'm like, girl, listen, we better than this. All right, go to bed. Get your ass to bed and stop this nonsense. But anyway, back to our regular scheduled program. We took
what was it again?
We took a little smoke break.
Yeah, we were talking about Debo. Yeah, we did take a smoke break.
We took a smoke break. We back at it again. So Debo, anyways, Debo going to the Chiefs is going to be problematic. If he goes to the Chiefs, it's a problem. If he goes to the Jets, it's still a problem because they're going to find ways to get the ball in his hand. They have a decent quarterback with Wilson over there, so it's going to be an interesting year for the
Elijah Moore.
Gee, I'm telling you, man, it's a good squad out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. But to me, at the end of the day, he ain't staying with San Francisco. He wants out. And he's gonna get somewhere. So we just hope he just goes to the freaking
go to the NFC, man. Golly.
Say again?
Stay in the NFC.
Yes. Yo,
please.
Do you guys find that everybody's just coming to the damn AFC?
Bro, I don't get it, man. I guess they just want to play for all the quarterbacks are here. So I guess they just want to play for a quarterback.
The NFC is weak as shit. Tom Brady's gonna go to the damn Super Bowl.
Bro, cakewalk. In his sleep.
God,
he's literally
Rams got something to do with it, but we'll talk about that in just a second. But man, oh man. So here's my question to you guys, which I'm very interested. Yeah. Here's my question for you guys. And let's get right into it, man. The toughest team, the team that's going to give us the biggest problems in the AFC. And I'm going to start with Z-Bot. Z-Bot, make the case for the team that you feel is going to give the Bills the biggest problem.
There is a wide variety of options here, and I think you could argue all of them. I think you really could. To me, here's what it all comes down to. I don't care about anything that happens in the regular season, truth be told. Obviously, I'm going to cry. You know me. You know, Rico, I can get a little emotional sometimes. You know what I mean? Not out of pocket, but I can get a little emotional at times. So I'm not saying if we lose, I'm not going to be absolutely off my ass pissed, crying, whatever the hell else you see me do it all. Regular season is everything. It's the best part of the year. I get that. But when it comes to competition, when it comes to looking at the AFC landscape this regular season, I don't care if, say, the Chiefs beat the Bills in the regular season. I don't care if the Browns beat the Bills in the regular season. All I care about is the one thing that we have talked about on every show probably since its inception, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs in the playoffs. That, to me, is the only thing that matters when it comes to talking about the Bills and getting to the Super Bowl. The Bills have had two opportunities to do so. They have both been foiled by the Chiefs. Arguably last year was the most unbelievably upsetting, gut-wrenching, and sickening loss this franchise will ever suffer Not only because of the way it went down, but because I know in my heart of hearts, the Bills are playing in Los Angeles for the Super Bowl. If they beat the Chiefs, they were not losing at home to Cincinnati. And the way the Rams played in that Super Bowl, I'm sorry they weren't beating the Bills. That game, that Super Bowl would have been ours if it weren't for the Chiefs. And then the year prior, the Bills just weren't good enough. They were not good enough to beat the Chiefs. They are now. They were last year. Still didn't do it. Still didn't get it done. So to answer your question, Rico, the only answer to this question, or maybe there's two, the only answer is the Chiefs. The second answer, who is the biggest threat to the Bills? It's the Bills. The Bills.
Look at you, huh?
The Bills stood in their own way last year in the divisional round. They stood in their own way. They mismanaged the hell out of it. Dare I get into it, Rico, which I won't. We've done it a million times. We've done it a million times. I won't do it, and I won't do it again. But the answer to this question, and we've talked about this. Remember the question we talked about, Rico? Is the pressure on for Sean McDermott? But when it comes to playing the playoff, that pressure is 11. Goes for the entire organization. Answers the Chiefs for me.
Yeah.
The Chiefs.
Man.
And you know what? And you can't go wrong with it. They've knocked us out 2 years in a row. We just can't seem to get over the hump. The first year, we just were unprepared. We got out-coached. We just got out-dueled. We just weren't good enough to be on the field with them. Last year, I mean, we already know what it is, man. It just wasn't our moment. It wasn't our moment. Although it felt like it just wasn't our moment. So I think a lot of people would say the Chiefs would pose the biggest problem. Now, is there anything specific that worries you about these Chiefs? Is it coaching? Is it specific players, or is it something something on the Chiefs that we just can't seem to stop? What is it more? Can you give me a little more detail on why you feel that they're going to be a problem?
Well, Andy Reid, I think, has almost gotten to the point of ever since the departure of Tom Brady from New England. I mean, you can make a real good argument that Andy Reid has been the best coach in the league the last couple of seasons. And the way he has been able to make that offense operate at such a high level for this long, and the way he has utilized the assets that they have to the point where they have been the most feared team in the league for the last several seasons. That's a definite threat to me, the way that they have coached these games. They're very, very tough to beat in that way. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, of course. Yep. It just seems that there is this elephant in the room every time we play him. It just feels different, doesn't it? When Mahomes is on the field against the Bills, you feel a lot more uneasy than you do against any other team. Lucky for us, I know for a fact that the majority of fan bases around the league feel the same way about Josh Allen, so that's good to know, obviously. But I just think the coaching is terrific. The quarterback play is obviously right there at the top of the league. You got the best tight end in the league. But the one thing that fears me the most is that they just really don't lose. I mean, they never get destroyed ever.
Right. Nope.
They're never out of it. They're never out of it. Clearly, you leave them 13 seconds and they still win. That's the scary part. You have to play a full 60 minutes of your best football to even have a chance to win the game. So that, to me, when you look around the rest of the league, how many other teams, especially ones that we know we're going to have to face, how many other teams do you say that about with certainty?
That you couldn't have said it any better. And Chiefs are always going to be a thorn in our side until we beat up the bully. Until we take the bully down, until we smack that bully in the mouth, there will forever be a problem for us. So Chiefs is a great answer. You can't go wrong with the Chiefs. So, Rev, you can't pick the Chiefs. You got to go with somebody else. So, who do you feel is the challenge for us? That's going to give us the biggest issue this year. Who do you got?
Okay. So, I love what Bot said about the Chiefs, because at the end of the day, I mean, you're right, Bot. It comes down to the playoffs. Who are you playing in the playoffs? And we know what happened against the Chiefs. We haven't been able to get it done. But you know what kind of gives me some relief for now is the fact that Tyreek Hill is not with the Chiefs no longer. We don't know. I mean, he was the X factor in that game. They currently don't have anybody on that roster who can do what Tyreek Hill has done. Can they add somebody who can maybe mimic that to a degree? I'm sure they can with those draft picks. But until then, we'll see what happens. But for me right now, I'm going to go with kind of a dark horse, I guess you can say, and I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Chargers.
Talk about it.
Now, last year, or was it last year, or it may have been the year before last, there was a lot of mafia talking about, if the Chargers get in the playoffs, man, we don't really want to talk about them guys right there. We don't want to play them because Justin Herbert is a dog. I know, mafia, we love Josh Allen, and it's almost hard for other Bills fans to give kudos to other quarterbacks. But look, let's just give credit where credit is due. Justin Herbert is a beast of a quarterback, and he is extremely young. At the end of the day, this is a quarterback-driven league. And unless you have a team with a dynamic quarterback, an elite level quarterback, your chances are slim to none when it comes down to being any type of competitive within the playoffs or anything like that. And you look at Justin Herbert last year, his stats are ungodly. He had 5,000 passing yards last year with 38 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. Look at the talent on this team. I'm just going to name some names, and you guys tell me what you think about it.
Name drop.
Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. And then you look at the defense. They already had, you know who I'm talking about. They already had Joey Bosa. Then they added Khalil Mack. In the backfield, you got Asante Samuel Jr., J.C. Jackson that is added, Derwin James, Nasir Adderley. Look, these guys are not going to be pushovers. Look, it's going to be hard for the Chiefs or anybody in the West to get out of that division anyway. It's going to be a dogfight. So I'm looking at the Chargers, and if we match them up with us, and you look at their secondary, you look at who they added on the defensive line, they're going to give us problems, especially right now when we're currently struggling for corners. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to go up against Mike Williams? Are you going to trust Dane Jackson against Mike Williams? You know, Trey is not going to be back for a while. So what do you, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you look at Justin Herbert. Look, that's a dangerous team right now. And Austin Eckler is no joke either. So yeah, I love the Chiefs, but man, the Chargers are that sneaky team that could possibly give us fits in the playoffs. My only reservation would be coaching on their end because their coach is young and he kind of tends to make certain blunders at the wrong times of the games. So we'll see what happens, but just talent for talent, man, it's hard for me to find any other team that doesn't have as much talent as the Los Angeles Chargers.
And that's how you make plays. And you know what? You nailed it. And I was talking to Pierre earlier today, talking about, man, these Chargers, man, because we were kind of brainstorming like, who is a threat? I mean, every team is a threat. The Ravens, you can say, are a threat. The Bengals, you can say, are a threat, right? Because I mean, the Bengals just went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you got Pierre saying he's not worried about the Chargers. The Chargers are overrated. Khalil Mack, not the same Khalil Mack that he once was, right? So he's not overly concerned with the Chargers team. I think he's capping a little bit. I think that's a team that you should be worried about. And if it wasn't for them doing the right thing by playing it out with the Raiders last year, I don't think anybody in the playoffs would have wanted to play the damn Chargers. That Chargers team was a scary
man.
They're too good to not make it this year. And I'm telling you, Brandon Staley and Rev just alluded to it. I think he's a hell of a coach. I love his aggressiveness. I wouldn't be shocked if his seat was a little hot this year. With the talent they have, not being able to make the playoffs the last couple of seasons, it's almost unacceptable. It's inexcusable. Big year for him, and there's no excuse this year. I am in complete agreement with Rev. They have all the pieces. It would be an utter shock if they don't wind up being one of the top 10. I mean, I'd be stunned if they're not there at the end. You know what I mean? Unless the West just eats them alive, but they're too good.
Especially with Justin Herbert still under his rookie deal.
Yeah. But the defensive upgrades, really. I mean, their offense was already top notch. Their defensive line now is insane. So
insane.
So Jenna Carlson comes in and says, you know what? Bring the Chargers to Buffalo in January and watch them crack. Ooh. I guess maybe she's saying that lightning doesn't work in the wintertime. So we'll see how that plays out. So for me, I'm going to go a different route. I think I might choose a team that you guys didn't think that I would choose, that I think that most people should not sleep on ever, because they've given us issues before, and they certainly gave us the business last year, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to tell you right now.
Good one.
If we are sitting here not talking about the Colts, we're in an issue. First of all, the Colts beat us with
kicked our ass.
Whooped us. What do you mean close?
That way. They
the only team.
They beat the brakes off of us. They embarrassed us. I was embarrassed as a Bills fan watching our team just get pounded. You understand? And we got grounded and pounded. Exactly what happened. And we got grounded and pounded by the best back in the game in Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor had his way with us, right? For over 240 yards rushing. It was absolutely disgusting, right? And they did it with a quarterback that didn't do ish, right? Now they have a quarterback, a potential future Hall of Famer, a former MVP of the league, could have been a Super Bowl winner, but he freaking lost to the damn Patriots. And, you guys already know the deal. But this team is already a team ready to go. So what do they do in the offseason? They go ahead and bring in Stephon Gilmore. So Stephon Gilmore is now going to be holding it down for this squad, right? Let me just go through the laundry list of things that they've done. So they bring in Matt Ryan as their quarterback. They bring in Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator. So you know that they're going to keep up that defensive trend. I'm looking at Jack Doyle retired on that list, so he's gone, right? Mo Alley Cox comes back on a 3-year deal. Mo Alley Cox is a big time player, right? They signed Zaire Franklin. And I'm looking at the rest of Ashton Doolin comes back in, and you've already got the best linebacker in the game on that squad. So this team, the defensive line is loaded, locked and loaded. Last year, Jonathan Taylor, 1,800 yards rushing, right? Michael Pittman had over 1,000 yards last year, right? This team, Darius Leonard, turnover machine. So we saw what they did to us in the playoffs. We barely got by. It was a bat down to get us to go ahead. And if not for the heroics, you know what I'm saying, of Josh Allen and Gabe Davis that game, my goodness, we don't come out of that game.
And Rodrigo Blankenship literally crapping the bed. He missed like a 28-yard field goal.
Yeah,
You're right, Rico. That game is way more insane than we thought.
We shouldn't have won that game.
No, and if Matt Ryan was in there instead of Phillip Rivers, I'm telling you right now, we'd probably be talking about a different situation.
Absolutely. I'm telling you. So these Colts, the Colts were just, they should have made the playoffs last year. They should have made the playoffs, and that's one team I did not want to even face. They ended up losing. They ended up losing out on playoffs, but they went 9-8 and missed the playoffs. What a disappointment they were. So I'm telling you right now, this Colts team with a Carson Wentz-led team, now you got Matt Ryan in the fold, and they're going to add some draft picks on top of that. Fellas, and let me tell you, on this defensive line, because I was actually surprised. I had Owens. I had, I think it was Matt Owens that came on our show. He's a Colts fan. And he was telling me on their defensive side of the ball who they had, and I didn't realize how good they had it on their line. So their defensive line, DeForest Buckner, defensive tackle, all right? That guy is a problem.
Yeah.
That's number one. Grover Stewart, problem, all right? That's on the line as well. They had Kwity Paye out of Michigan. I believe it was Michigan. Problem, right? There's one more that I'm missing, a defensive tackle that defensive end that I'm missing on that squad, but that is a good team, and they're going to add to it in the draft. Ladies and gentlemen, these Colts, we cannot sleep on these Colts. They're going to be a problem for us. That's why we need to continue to add to the firepower on this offense, and we need to add to this defense because right now, receiving, I mean, they brought back their old savvy vet receiver in T.Y. Hilton, but you've got Michael Pittman that's going to be leading the way, Zach Pascal that's going to be there. You got T.Y. Hilton coming back. Mo Alley Cox is there. Naeem Hines comes in and out of the backfield catching the football. I'm telling you right now, these Colts will do work. Now, do I feel that we can't compete with them? Absolutely not. We can compete with the best of them. I mean, everybody's building their teams to beat the Bills.
Right.
You see what we do. Everybody's building a way to try to beat the Bills. But if anybody's going to give us a problem and a challenge, the Chiefs, 1,000%.
Yeah.
The Chargers, they're ready and rocked and they're ready to go. Right. And then on top of that, you got the Colts on top. And I didn't even talk about the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins loaded up to try to whoop our ass. Now they
loaded.
They're locked and loaded. They're ready to go. I mean, we're whooping their tail. I think so. I was watching Good Morning Football. Out of the last 6 games that we played against the Miami Dolphins, the average margin of victory. Did you guys know what that? Did you see the number yet? 18 points. Could you imagine opening a spread, an 18-point spread to beat the Dolphins? Like, come on. Like, but now they got Tua. Tua's the big question mark. He's the big X factor. But we got the Ravens that's going to be problematic. We didn't even talk about the Raiders. The Raiders got they improved. They got
Devontae Adams,
Russell Wilson, by the way.
Russell Wilson out. Yeah. Like This is
Here's what I'm saying. Like
this.
And we had to pick 3, man, and the AFC's
Titans
loaded.
we can't beat.
And we didn't even mention the Titans.
Dude.
And the Titans are problematic for us.
Well, you know what, Indiana, and that's another reason to be scared of Indianapolis. I'm not that I have no right to disrespect Tennessee. We just can't find a way to beat them. But Indianapolis is winning that division this year. I'd put any amount of money on. I'm not high on Tennessee this year. I was higher than hell. No pun intended about our earlier conversation. I was higher than hell on the Colts last year, and Carson Wentz just absolutely laid an egg. Matt Ryan's not going to do that, in my opinion. I see people in here saying Matt Ryan's old. Yeah, he's old. You know, so is Tom Brady. So is Matt Stafford. So is Aaron Rodgers. Matt Ryan hasn't been in a particularly great situation really ever since that Super Bowl loss. This is the best situation he's been in a long time. And I got to think he knows what's at stake, and it's his legacy. I mean, he's on the brink of being a Hall of Famer. Rico said earlier, you know, there's potential there, and there certainly is. If he has a really good run with the Colts, you can definitely lock it in. And I'm a firm believer in all 3 of these teams. I think we've picked 3 great options, because if I think about all 3 of them, they all pose something that I think, you know, most other teams in the league don't necessarily have. The Colts, it's their run game. With the Chiefs, it's just their all-around game. And then with Rev, I'm blank. Who the hell did you say again? Rev, I'm having a brain fire for some reason.
The
your
Chargers.
team. Oh yeah, no, the Chargers.
Yeah, the
And they're just stacked in every position, and I think that they're due. So, but the lucky thing, like we always talk about, man, the lucky thing for us is the situation we're in, and that's the AFC East. And that's why when I say the reason I'm worried about the Chiefs, not to say I'm not worried about these other teams. They're all very respectable and great. It's just that I'm not scared at all about anything to do with the regular season, knowing what division we're in. So with that said, I'm just worried the most about that one hurdle we can't get over. And that to me is obviously the Chiefs.
And I'm looking at the chat right now. And for Gallagher, if Tua shits the bed in the first 6 games or so, do they go after Baker? Who knows what's going on with Baker? I have no idea. But when it does come to this AFC, and I know people like, yo, Rico, you're talking crap. The Colts ain't gonna do shit. The Raiders ain't gonna do this. Fam, don't forget. Let me remind y'all. We got away with 11 wins last year. 11 wins. And at one point in the season, we were on the outside. I wouldn't say outside. We were a wild card team at one point.
Remember when the Patriots took the lead?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right?
We were all nervous.
We were nervous the last 4 games. What we were saying? We were saying these 4 games are must-win football.
Must win, yeah.
Must win. You know what I'm saying? So listen, let's not talk about, we're gonna this, that, and the third. Sometimes I get told by other people, like, and I love to hear it from other. I don't know about you guys, but I love hearing it from other fan bases saying, "Man, these Bills, they talk like they are their shit. Like you guys didn't win anything.
Yeah.
Stop talking like you guys are Super Bowl winners. Stop talking like you're gonna do this, that, and the third. You guys ain't shit." And sometimes I need to hear that, because when we do come and wax that ass, I get ready to get prepared, get that mic prepared so I can talk my shit. But we're gonna wait for that time to come. But very, very good pieces. I mean, the Chiefs are going to be problems. The Colts are going to be problems. The freaking Chargers are going to be a problem. Denver,
the whole conference is a damn problem.
For real.
I mean, let's just put it the way it is. And that's once again, just the pillow that I rest my head on at night is the AFC East. I mean, I sleep like a baby on that thing. I couldn't imagine any other situation right now. That to me, it makes me feel just so good about the whole situation.
Here's my question though. Are we comfortable to say that we can sleep and catch Z's and we're good to go? Are we that confident that we got this AFC East like wrapped up?
Yes.
Well, you can't catch Z's because then the Jacksonville game happens. But I'd put my life on it. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I'm put my life on that shit.
I would.
Look, yeah, because I think again, it goes down to the quarterbacks. Like, who is your quarterback? And so when I look at the East, I mean, it's Josh Allen and a huge gulf. And granted, the other teams are adding weapons and they can be competitive. But as the season approaches and it goes on and on, I put more of my trust in Josh Allen and the Bills up against whoever else we're playing in the East. That's not to say that they're trash or they're not going to be any good. I'm just more confident about our chances to win the East. Now, you put us in another division, and then we may have another conversation.
Well, Rev, you're a hell of a guy, but I'll be the first to say it. The Patriots are trash. They are trash. They've done nothing to improve. I've said this 100 times. I will die on this sword live on camera and take all the heat from Master at Work and all the other riders of the Patriots fan base if this comes to fruition. There is no way in hell they make the playoffs last year. And if they do, I will eat every last word. I'll do whatever. I don't care.
Let me get you to repeat that. Repeat that right now.
I will die on this sword. And I don't care what anybody has to say to me about it, disagreement, whatever. My mind's made up. The New England Patriots are not making the playoffs in the 2022-2023 season. You can clip this, save it. There's your bait for me when it inevitably happens. But I'm telling you, man, if they pull it off, what does that say? Because Rev and I, on one of the shows, we went through trying to figure out the 7 teams to make the playoffs. And when we did, there was at least 2 really good teams.
Who did you guys have?
We basically had to flip a coin on like 3 teams. And I'll tell you what, we didn't even
Patriots weren't
on the Patriots when it came to that conversation. Because when you look at it, the only way New England makes the playoffs is if a top gun team implodes. And that's just how, and there probably have to be 2. I'll also bet the house on the fact that there's going to be a double-digit team in the AFC who misses the playoffs, guaranteed. And I just don't see where New England fits into the picture here.
It's definitely
so you mean the Pro Bowler Mac Jones is not going to lead the Patriots to the playoffs?
Listen, as much as I think he's Canton bound, Rev, and I really do, I just don't think it's in the cards next year. I don't see it.
Well,
and Rico, I know I'm sensing some fear of these Miami Dolphins. These Dolphins.
No fear when it comes to the Patriots.
I'm talking Dolphins. I'm talking Dolphins.
I'm not
getting some fear from you.
I
want to hear your thoughts about Miami.
I will talk to you about Miami. Miami's problem is they had a coaching staff that were not in line with who they had at quarterback. Do I want Tua to be my guy? Do I put my trust in Tua? There was just turmoil when it comes to that, and we've seen it in our own camp when it comes to EJ Manuel. I know people talk about EJ Manuel wasn't great, wasn't this, wasn't that. He wasn't horrible, but when you had Coach Marrone that wanted nothing to do with EJ Manuel, it's hard for your rookie quarterback or your young quarterback to have success. And then you bring in a freaking bum in Kyle Orton that was sitting on his freaking
Watch your mouth about the GOAT.
That's Bob's guy, man. He loves him some Orton.
Come over and take over. I still feel some type of way about it. Now, the Dolphins have improved, right? Listen to me when I tell you, man. Waddle, problem. Tyreek Hill, we've already seen how much of a problem he can be. Problem. They got Mostert. That's going to be running the rock. They've improved that O-line. They got Mike Gesicki, right? This team is a solid team. And I didn't even talk about the defensive side of the ball. They got Phillips, the young dude. They got Wilkins, Christian Wilkins. That's on the defensive side of the ball. Kevin will be proud of me right now that I'm bigging up his Dolphins. And then they got Xavier Howard that signed him back. And they got a young Canadian, Javon Howard. Is it Haven or Howard? I can't remember the safety.
Now it all makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So this team is a legitimate team. We can't sit here and sleep on it. And let me tell you, when you've gone 0-6 against the Bills, there's no way you're trying to go back and lose another one. How hard did the Bills play against the Patriots every single time? Even though we got our asses whooped, we put our all to beat Tom Brady and the Patriots. You don't think the Dolphins?
And guess what? We never won, and neither will they.
Well, they did have Tom Brady. And we have Josh Allen. So it's gonna be fun. It'll definitely be fun. But I'm just not sleeping on the Dolphins. I'm not sitting here going, we're gonna wax the AFC, and it's gonna be easy.
And not only is Bot confident against the Dolphins, but John Marlowe is confident against them too. As he says, the Dolphins upgraded the most, but they ain't the beast of the East, baby. Go Bills, John. My man.
He's right about that.
He's right. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due, and you're 100% accurate, Rico. I mean, all those names you listed off. But, I mean, this is just beating a dead horse at this point. You can have it. You can have – it's basically like, if you're a drug dealer, back to the drugs. If you're a drug dealer and you're making millions of dollars, right? Yeah, you're rich, right? But if you don't have a way to clean that money, you're not going to be able to spend it. The Dolphins are loaded. But they don't have a way to spend it because the only way they can spend it is if they got a guy dealing the ball to these players. And I'm sorry, Tua ain't it until I see it. And I will eat crow if I see Tua go out and outplay Josh Allen in the game. That would be like pigs flying.
That I cannot see happening. I cannot see Tua out-dueling Josh Allen. Josh Allen is on a whole nother level when it comes to Tua. But I feel that the Dolphins will be definitely competitive. They're definitely going to be competitive, and they're going to be coming after us. And listen, man, if we play like we played against the freaking Steelers first week of the season, and they make us face the Dolphins first week of the season, it's possible they can steal a win. Of course they can.
Now that's 100% accurate. That's the biggest fear here. Like back to the earlier question, like what's standing in our way? That right there. Like is think about the difference in the season last year, Rico. If you just win that Steelers game and the Jags game, we're talking a whole different year at the end.
Yeah, we're the number one seed.
Number one seed indeed. Josh Martin comes in with a super chat and says, hey, don't forget about the Browns. Well, every time I mention the Browns, everybody wants to talk about, aren't you the guy that said that you take Mr.
Who says that about you? No way. No one says that.
But the Browns are going to be problematic with Deshaun Watson. With Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper out there with a two-headed monster in the running back game, David Njoku back there at tight end, bam, and they still got to hit the draft too. So, man, this AFC
Nick Chubb
is nasty.
And look, and guys, I'm going to say this too because you know I get it. Look, like Bot was poo-pooing on the Pats, and I'm with you. I'm with you, Bot.
I've been waiting my whole life, Rev. I'm gonna freak out.
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you 100%. And I'm not trying to give him no kind of nothing. But look, we're talking about teams until they prove, you know, what they can do. For me, look, until the Bills defense can prove they can stop running teams, like we have to. For me, I'm like cautiously optimistic against that. I know we just revamped the entire defensive line, but that's on paper, and we have to see these guys play. The Patriots can still run the ball. Okay, you look at Cleveland that my man just mentioned here. They got Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, and so the Colts, Jonathan Taylor. The Titans still got King Henry. So, like, until I see us being able to get physical and stop these hardcore running, smash mouth running teams, you know, I'm a little bit more reserved when it comes to those type of teams, just because of our defense's inability so far to stop, to match up against those players. I still love Josh Allen. I still love the offense, but I want to see our defense step up against those big boys.
I definitely do. And Bobby comes in. I love when Bobby does this. He does this, and then he's the type of person that will open a room and throw a grenade in the room and then close the door and walk away. Right? And he's made a couple comments today in group chats today, and I want to fight his ass. But some of the things he says, he's not wrong, the jackass. One of them is the Bills didn't want to see the Browns last year in the playoffs. I don't know how true that is. But
last year?
Listen, I think he's talking about the year before, maybe, because that's when the Browns were freaking. They put the pressure on the freaking Chiefs.
On the Chiefs, yeah.
So maybe that's what he's referring to, or was that this year? Was that last year? I can't recall. But anyway,
it was last year. Yeah,
it was last
2020.
So the Browns were a good team. Don't get me wrong, and what we lacked is stopping the run. So if we played a power team, and that's what he means by that, because it's about matchups and. The way that offense was rolling with that run game, nasty. So it's very easy for Bobby to make a comment like that because, I mean, shoot, matchups is everything. I mean, you saw what the freaking Titans did. Not the Titans. The Titans. We can talk about Titans. You saw what the Titans did to us. You saw what the freaking the Colts did to us. So, I mean, listen, we tend to have issues with backs that really do the damn thing, which then brings me to the question then. If we lack the firepower to stop big time run games, wouldn't we want to hit something in the draft that, would help us stop the run?
Here we go.
There we go. Right. So is it something? Should we be looking at linebacker? A guy that can sniff the bullshit, a guy that gets in there and gets dirty, a guy that can go sideline to sideline that we trust and all that stuff? Or is that a matter of, listen, we didn't have the linemen to do the job last year. This year we have the linemen to do the job. I'm not worried. Keep it pushing.
Rev, I want to see
right
that.
That's right there. That's the guy. If we're talking about stopping the run, Look, you got to come through the line of defense first. The first line of defense, the defensive line, you got to come through that. If you get this big boy right here on the defensive line, right next, smack dab next to Oliver, or even if you do a jumbo package with Jordan Davis and I don't know, Phillips, Tim Settle, Daquan Jones, one of those guys. Look, mountains. You're not moving them. You're not running the ball against them. Look, Jordan Davis is a problem, and he also has some ability in the pass rush ability too. So I love what Pierre's talking about here, man. Jordan Davis, love it.
I'm gonna tell you this,
but how can we do it? That's the thing. That's why this draft more and more it's just continuing to interest me. Because I just can't see that. I can't see. But I was talking the other night because I was going through mock drafts. That's who Schrager has us going, linebacker.
Jordan Davis.
I don't know if it was Jordan Davis, but it was linebacker. And I hadn't really given any thought to linebacker.
Yeah.
And I feel like I keep hearing it more and more as the days are going on here. You know what I mean?
As you will. And listen, this is the week that you're going to find people throwing everything against the wall. That what is true and what is false. It's all going to wash out next week, Thursday. By the way, next week, Thursday, you guys need to tune in live and view it with us. It's going to be me, my man Rev, Z-Bot, my man Kevin. I got to confirm with Kevin, but Kevin's going to be with us as well. My man Don Trotman is going to be there with us handling business. So, folks, it's going to be fun. Even Pierre said he's going to jump in and get in on the fun. So it is going to be a fun night. You don't want to be anywhere else but here with BF. We've been doing this for a long time now, and it's always fun to live react with us as this goes down. Yeah. So we picked 25, so it's going to be some time before we pick, unless all of a sudden we trade up. And all of a sudden we're going.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm glad you said something about that.
I'm saying.
Glad you said something because I clipped this. And I don't know. Let me see if we can play it. I'm gonna try to play this, okay? Because I don't think people may have caught this a couple of days ago. Sean McDermott, okay, had a press conference and he was talking. I'm gonna see if he can play it. I'm gonna see if you guys can hear this because he said something crazy.
Ideally, you can have a good season, and then and Brandon will be up here, I think, at 2:00. So you can talk to him about. Getting a little bit earlier in that waiting would be great. And maybe 2 spots would be great.
Wait. So, look, let me go back. Listen to that. Right. A little
bit earlier in that waiting would be great. And maybe 2 spots would be great. So.
Did y'all hear that?
Did he just show his hand? What the hell was that?
He just said they were talking about the draft and like who you're going to draft or what you guys are thinking.
Yeah. And
he said, Brandon Beane is going to get up here in a second. Okay. But maybe you guys can convince him because they're talking about him having to wait until 25. And he's like, man, that's a long wait. I'm going to be out here eating some candy or whatever until that comes. But maybe you can convince Brandon Beane to shorten that gap up, right? To maybe, move up and go earlier. So that way the wait time is not as long. And then he said, and maybe 2. So he was like insinuating his desire to not only want to trade up, but to have 2 first-round picks. Now I could have heard it wrong,
I heard that.
You guys go back. I hear some people say that they couldn't hear anything. But go back to it's on the Buffalo Bills website, and I'm gonna clip it and I'm gonna give it to you guys, and maybe we can put it on.
I'm gonna see if I can try to get.
We can post.
Ronald's got a great point here, though. By the way, this is the time of the year where everything is a lie. Everything is a lie.
No doubt. Smoke season, baby.
Yeah.
What minute mark was that at, Rev?
Oh shoot, man! I don't even know, bro. I just clipped it. Yeah, I screenshotted it.
All is good. So. Now we get into this and I had another question for you guys, but we're gonna get into that. But prospects, the draft is coming around, and prospects are all over the place, and we decided to get in here and put some prospects out, and I want to know how everybody feels about these prospects. So every year, Bobby and Pierre, we have a founders mock and we jump in, but we did it different this year. We just talked about the 5 biggest prospects that we feel this team needs. So Bobby, he thinks he's the draft guru, and I think I trust him. He talks a lot of shit, but he's been right a lot. So he feels that the top prospects that the Bills should bring onto this team that he feels is the best fit. Jordan Davis, and Pierre seems to agree because they align themselves. Kyler Gordon, he's a big fan of Kyler Gordon. Andrew Booth, corner. And a lot of people feel that we need to go to corner. So corner seems to be a fit. James Cook. So I think he feels that we can get James Cook potentially in the third, maybe fourth round. And then Trevor Penning. Trevor Penning is an interesting one for me because, I mean, I wouldn't say we're set on the line. But as of right now, we're pretty set. Maybe next year, obviously, it's going to be changed. It's a little difference. But yeah, that's where we're staying right now. Pierre comes in. Jordan Davis, Andrew Booth, they both agree on that. But here comes Pierre with Devin Lloyd. Devin Lloyd, linebacker as a prospect that he feels that we should bring on. So that tells me Pierre is not all in on Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah.
You're ready to bring a linebacker in right now, right? Kenneth Walker, a big time running back in the game. And lastly, Zion Johnson. Now here I am. And I like to be a little different from everybody. And everybody's trying to, I don't want to dismiss anything. And I've gone with Louis Sain. Louis Sain only because in the wind right now is Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer's contract is in the wind. And we have no idea what Brandon Beane's going to do. Brandon Beane has paid a lot of money to some players over the years. And is the bank of Beane closed for now? Or is he going to open it one more time? Right? That's what we need to figure out. So to me, I ain't waiting. If we need to get a safety right now, I mean, Dax Hill could be one of them as well, but Louis Sain is one of them. Now, receiver-wise, in the second round, maybe we'll go with a John Mechie, a guy that can stretch the field and a great route runner. Why not have that? That can sit right behind Mr. Crowder, and then you get John Mechie in there, and then you're set for a while. And then I went Roger McCreary, Breece Hall, and Kenyon Green. How do you guys feel about that lineup of prospects? Are you in or out on any of those guys? I'm going to leave that up there for you. And I'm at Zbot and Rev. If you're looking at the prospects of these three, who do you side with? Bobby, Pierre, or myself?
Dang. Let me see. You know what? I'll probably right now, just at a quick glance, I think Bobby's makes a little more sense right now. I love Jordan Davis. I love the idea of him because even though we beefed up the defensive line up front, they're not long contracts, and so you're gonna need a one tech, especially because Daquan Jones, I think he's only here for 1 year, maybe two. And then settle, but he's like 3 tech, 1 tech, so he may be spelling my man Oliver. So I like Jordan Davis there. Kyler Gordon, of course, we need that cornerback, and he double dipped with Andrew Booth too. So
he did double dip.
Either one of those guys, man, would add an incredible amount of talent to the secondary. James Cook, I'm coming around to James Cook a lot more just because. Looking at his skill set, he's a receiving back. So when you hear James Cook, don't think Dalvin Cook because he's not his brother Dalvin. He's a receiving back.
He's definitely not. That's right.
With a lot of speed, but his skill set can fit what the Bills are looking for because you see they try to get J.D. McKissick and then they added my man Duke Johnson, so they're looking for a receiving back. James Cook is probably one of the best one of them in the entire draft with tons of speed, and then Trevor Penning. I love that guy. Trevor Penning is a dog. The only thing about Trevor is that I don't know if he plays left tackle. Okay, so I don't know where you're going to put him. I mean, he's 6'7", 300 plus. He played, I think, 1 year at right guard or left guard, in Northern Iowa, along with my man Spencer Brown. So I don't care if you get him, you figure it out. Put him on the line. But I love those guys just because I think it brings more balance.
I hear you. I like that. Ziba, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like Bobby won this one, or was it Pierre? Pierre's got this one down pat.
I do kind of like Bobby's because there's an emphasis on the cornerback, and the way I keep looking at it, man, I can't for the life of me understand what the strategy would be if that isn't the move in round one. But I got to tell you, man, I am coming around to the thought on your Bryce Hall there. I know you're big on that, and
Brees is amazing.
Well, I just think it would be. I was saying this the other night on my show. There's so many picks that I would prefer just because they're fun. Yep. You know what I mean? And that would be a fun pick. It would be a lot. There'd be a lot to be excited about there. But I think Rev commented this the other day in the comments on my show. If you do get another lockdown corner, a corner that right away can mirror Tre'Davious White on both sides, I just can't imagine how good this team winds up being. If we wind up having that good of a secondary to where you can limit these teams that we were just talking about that are potential threats, if you have two stout cornerbacks, one on a rookie deal paired with all those moves they've done on defense, that to me, I just keep coming back to it. I have to think that is what they're going to do. And on top of that, I have to hope that guy is going to wind up being the guy because there's so many corners. Every mock draft you look at has like 6 going in the first round at least. So hopefully, the history will tell you at least 2 of those guys minimum are not going to pan out. So not only do I think they need to go that direction, but if we do get the right guy, I think that this team goes to another level if our secondary can handle these high-powered offenses just littered all over the AFC.
And that's a great point because that's why I went with the safety as one of the prospects, because if we don't work things out, you know what I'm saying, with Jordan Poyer, we're stuck in the mud. We got to replace that. And with all this hype, the reason our defense is successful is because of Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer. So in order for us to have the defense that we had last year and the year before that and the year before that is because we need to keep these two in line and intact. So Brandon Beane has got a decision to make. If he's not ready to pay Jordan Poyer, go ahead and grab your corner right the heck now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be paying attention to that very much so. If he grabs a first-round corner, a big-time corner, or he trades up for a corner, because he even said it. Brandon Beane even said it. There are reasons why he didn't make certain moves or put value on certain things because of the pass rush. He put a lot of thought and money in the pass rush. So he's like, I could have went and got myself a big-time corner, but I didn't. I put my money in the defensive line. Yeah. Keep your safety in line, and then we can kind of chill. So I looked into that as well, right? But there's a lot of talk happening. So you just never know with these situations. But I'm gonna tell you right now, both of you guys are wrong because the best list on there was mine. I just put it out there
no doubt.
So you guys are aware. Now
I didn't hate any of them. I think any of them would be fun at the very least.
For sure. I mean, listen, man, you can't go wrong with anything because you don't know what the team's going to
exactly.
We have no idea, right? Another thing that I wanted to jump into is that when we make our drafts, we've just added 8 people to the team, right? Mm-hmm. 3 of the 8 are going to be mostly contributors, right? First 3 rounds, these are guys that you're probably going to see on the field or at some capacity on the field. Who is the surprise cut on this team? Somebody's gonna get released that you didn't expect. It doesn't have to be a huge name. It's not a big name, but someone you're like, ooh, I didn't see that coming. I'll start. I don't know who I'm gonna start with. I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, I've got a guy in mind. It may not be a surprise, but it may be.
All right.
And I was thinking Shaq Lawson may not make the team.
Talk to me.
I know they brought him, right? But I think Beane just brought him because he wants more depth at the defensive end position, and he's only here for a 1-year deal. And we kind of hear about what happened with Shaq and when he left with other places, wasn't all in, maybe a little bit lazy. I don't know, but when you look at Shaq and you look at Von Miller, then you've got your man Groot.
Yep.
Boogie Basham, AJ Epinesa.
Talk to me.
The onus is on the young guys. The investment is on the young guys. Just because we brought Shaq Lawson back here for a reunion tour doesn't mean he's going to make the team. I can see him easily getting cut. Like if he doesn't come and bring it this offseason right now and prove that he deserves to be on this team, he can get cut just like anybody else does. So I don't necessarily think he's a lock on the defensive end, especially if Beane somewhere in the draft value presents itself and he ends up getting another defensive end.
I'm not mad at that at all. Shaq Lawson I mean, it took a while for them to get the deal done to bring him to town. But I'm not mad at the fact that you said he got cut because he could. It's not a shocker, but I know a lot of people are like, yes, we got Shaq Lawson, but we got a lot of depth on this team. I mean, and if it doesn't pan out, he gets cut. But something tells me they like the veteran leadership because now we've lost Jerry Hughes, we've lost Mario Addison, we've lost Butler, so we lost some veteran guys on that line. So I still think they want to see some veteran guys beyond. Yeah,
but Von Miller, man, brings it. I mean, he's enough for both of those guys we lost.
Von Miller does, and I mean, they had two veterans, right? Mario Addison and Jerry Hughes. So maybe they want to keep a guy like Shaq Lawson on the other side, and that's been here, knows the culture, knows the team, knows what they got to do, knows, you know what I mean, the ins and outs. So it's a nice infusion for Shaq Lawson to be on the team. But that's nice. That's pretty cool. I will go to Z-Bot.
Don't you think that right now, though? I just think that with the Shaq Lawson situation, I just feel like there was too much surrounding bringing him in to like not keep him on the team.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's just how it seemed. But I think Rev makes a good point. I don't know. I mean, you look at the depth at wide receiver right now, and I think that there's kind of some stragglers there that I think could wind up being moved if the Bills go wide receiver in the draft at some point, which I think they probably wind up doing, right? So, I mean, do you keep around like, you know, Marquez Stevenson or Hodgins if you wind up getting a wide receiver or two that wind up coming in? I mean, we've seen it. I mean, we've seen it with Gabe Davis. If they go wide receiver, even in the third, fourth round, there is potential to bring a guy in that really winds up moving up the depth chart here. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the depth on the wide receiver position, I mean, outside of the core guys, I think any of those guys, you know, Kumaro, Stevenson, Hodgins, and Gentry could all be replaceable if you wind up getting somebody in the draft who clearly is, you know, a better option in the position. So I think at some point for sure they go wide receiver. When, I don't know, but I wouldn't be shocked if one of them winds up, you know, moving up the depth chart and one of those other, you know, lower end guys on the depth chart winds up getting moved on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So wait, hold on. Did you give us who your surprise?
I don't know if it would really be a surprise.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is a tough one. I don't know. I guess
or a trade, cut or trade.
Oh, okay. Well, now you just changed the ball game up.
Yeah, no kidding. The only
to get cut, but trade.
Yeah,
there's a lot
of
trade.
The only person I could see being dealt really that. Tremaine Edmonds is the only guy to me that seems like there would be a move with potential. If you look at this roster, you know, really take a look at it.
Yep.
How many of these guys are pieces you're willing to maneuver? There's nothing really pops off. The only reason that Tremaine Edmonds pops off to me, and the only reason that it would make sense is if this linebacker conversation continues to heat up. Maybe there's somebody out there that they really have their eyes set on that they want to go after for that position. And in order to do so, they move on from Tremaine Edmonds to pull it off. Right. But I look at this roster and a trade would shock me outside of anybody but him, truth be told. I don't know how you guys feel. I mean, could you see anybody else being traded?
Yeah, I can see Jordan Poyer being traded.
You could.
I definitely could.
I'm just looking at value. Right?
Yeah,
like what players do you have on the team that's valuable, that you could be willing to part with? I mean, Tremaine Edmonds right now is probably the most valuable player outside of course, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. We're not touching those guys, but yeah, Tremaine could bring you the most value. But Jordan Poyer, especially now with his contract posturing, maybe you can trade him, you know, for I don't know what kind of pick you would be getting, and then we can go back into the draft and add another safety, you know. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but to see Poyer traded either.
Yeah, that makes sense. The more I think about it, the more I don't know if the checkbook's being opened up for Poyer. As he gets up there in age at that position, I don't know.
And right now, we want to hear from the chat as well who you feel could be cut or traded, or a surprise cut or trade. So for me, I'm sitting here looking at this whole team, this whole landscape of the team. I'm looking at the quarterback position. I'm looking at the receiver position. I'm looking at the running backs, and I'm looking at Zach Moss. And I'm like, okay, I see Zach. I said, okay, I don't know if they're going to give him another chance. Cromer's coming back, and maybe Cromer can kind of get something out of him. We'll see how it goes out, right? So I'm like, hey, let me go to the defensive side of the ball. I'm looking at how stacked we are on the defensive line. Then I said, Jordan Phillips. Jordan Phillips, I'm looking at him and I'm like, okay, I like that they brought him back. I like his tenacity. I love that he loves the city and all that good stuff. But like, he ain't no lock to me personally. I think that's one of those guys that they might look and say, okay, because listen, we got DeQuan Jones, Ed Oliver, and we got Tim Settle, right? With a Boogie Basham plays a bit of inside, a little bit of outside. So I don't judge. Jordan Phillips ain't no lock to make this team. So that's one guy that I'm looking at now. But because I added the trade factor into this, AJ Epinesa might be a guy that might get put on the move because of how many guys we have on the squad, right? If a D-line just happens to fall in our lap in the second or first round, and we say, you know what, we can't pass up on them, what are you going to do? You got to move somebody. And if you're going to move somebody, that would be the guy for me. That would be AJ Epinesa. But for someone that's going to be cut or released, I'm looking at Jordan Phillips only because we have so many guys on the squad. And if a younger guy comes up and is available, shoot, you can't move away from it. You gotta jump on it. You gotta take it. So in that,
well, Rico, just to kind of piggyback on it. I mean, Jordan Phillips, man, when he was here, I mean, it was a contract year, but he had 9.5 sacks.
He did
that year. So yeah.
And you said
I agree.
It was what? What was it?
It was a contract year. Yeah, but he didn't do nowhere near that once he went to Arizona.
No, he did not. And guess who else was very successful in his contract year that you mentioned that could get cut?
Yeah,
Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson had 6.5 sacks or something like that.
No doubt.
Contract year. I'm just putting it out there, right? Terrence Bland comes in and says McKenzie is a surprise cut. McKenzie being a surprise cut. Now, the contract would say, yeah, they can get rid of him. But I think they consciously made an effort to bring him back onto the squad. But like you said, it's a surprise cut. Like we didn't say it was a definite cut. It's going to happen. Right. It would shock us, right? A lot of people have to think of that. What would surprise us? Say, holy crap, I didn't see that coming. Mr. Diggs comes in and says, in my opinion, I've noticed the process has no room for friendship. Listen, the process never has any room for friendship. Right? The process is really trust my business model. Trust my business model.
Trust me,
yeah, no doubt.
Trust my business model. And my business model was to freaking get rid of all the dead cap that we had. I had no choice, right? I came into a situation that was great for me. I got to move on from a few players. Sammy Watkins, Ronald Darby being one of them. He made some moves, right? Trust my business model. All right. Now I'm going to start getting big time receivers, guys with big reach, right? Benjamin comes in. I'm going to help my rookie quarterback with guys that have Andre Holmes is one of the guys. Andre Holmes, Kelvin Benjamin, long reach, contested catch guys because my quarterback wasn't accurate. So if I don't have an accurate quarterback, at least if I get big catch radius guys, that'll work out. That didn't work out. So what was his business model? Trust my business model. I'm going to get smaller, quicker guys. Cole Beasley, John Brown, right? So then we start building on the defense and building all those things. So you see what the business model is. But is there friendship in it? Hell no, there's no friendship. And Jordan Poyer could be on the end of finding out how friendly Brandon Beane is going forward. And I got to give a shout out to Kevin. Kevin has been working overtime on Twitter, stirring up the pot when it comes to Jordan Poyer. He's all Twitter fingering it up. Hey, guys, Bills fans don't really appreciate Jordan Poyer and all the hard work he puts in. He tags Jordan Poyer, right? You know what I mean? He tags Rachel Bush. And Rachel was like, Kevin, your tweets are amazing. You have the best tweets ever. Kevin's like,
did she say that?
Yes.
She responded. Oh, snap.
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
He's not the only one. Somebody tweeted that they would trade they would I forget what it was. It was ridiculous, but Poyer liked it.
Oh,
I saw that. Yeah, something I saw. Some weird BS trade scenario, and Poyer liked it. I don't know what that. Doesn't it seem like Rachel Bush kind of speaks for him sometimes?
I think so.
When his thoughts come out through her. Yeah.
Well, wouldn't your lady speak for you if you can't really say what you need to? And you listen, Jordan Poyer. You guys, you have your lady. You have your lady. Sometimes we sit and we have pillow talk and we talk about the job is annoying, man.
Yeah, of course.
Whatever, and some bullshit. So they have all your inner thoughts. Right, so
he may not. She just puts them on for all the world to see.
That's what I was about to say. It's a difference. Yeah, pillow talk is one thing, but put it on Twitter for. I mean, and like I said, unless like you said, Rico, which could be the case, she's speaking for him because he don't want to like let her be the bad person, right?
Yes.
He just kind of sits back and is a professional
because she doesn't care. I mean, she
right.
she will say anything, and I respect that about her. I really do.
Yeah,
I respect it too, but there comes a time where you're like, okay, man, this is not good for business.
Agreed.
No, you're putting on my stuff.
And that's what I wonder. Like right now, I do wonder that sometimes. I wonder because that's a question I would love to know from him, like sincerely, is that like, one, do you ever discuss the situation online with your wife? Like, because she's constantly voicing what seems to be a very polarizing opinion. I always wondered if he was like all in on that or if he had a problem with it and just wouldn't say anything, if that's his thoughts. There's a lot there, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, I mean, she's always saying exactly what it is she feels. I just wonder if sometimes that is exactly what he's feeling too or not. It always makes me kind of think about it.
Well, I don't know. I can't speak about everybody's marriage, so I'm not going to jump into that. I mean, I would say like, I think if it was a problem, it would have been addressed.
I think you're probably right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, just because it's like, look, you messing with my career here. You know what I'm saying? If you messing, so I think there would be, some type of agreement. But with him, no
agreement with Mahomes' wife though, as of yet. So,
oh, buddy.
Well, he did tell her
buddy.
He did tell her to calm your ass down. No more of this bullshit. You and my little brother, y'all need to F off with this little TikTok nonsense y'all be doing. Cut it out. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, I think when it comes to Rachel Bush, I just think that she's a type of way that most people aren't, and they don't know how to deal with it. And that's just, she just says she's just being honest with how she feels, facts. Whether you disagree with her or not. People don't like that. Sometimes, to be totally honest with you, I'm envious of that sometimes. I wish that I would just say it how it is, because you know how it is. Everybody in life, they always say you got to play the game sometimes. Well, there's some people who don't do that. And I guess when you're as successful as she and her husband are, why would you? So I get it. You know what I mean? I just have always wondered if that was his feelings as well on the things she would speak on, or if that's just hers and he just kind of has his own thoughts. And, and that's that, you know?
Yeah, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
I will say, listen, anybody in the chat right now, with your like you guys have a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, you've been in situations where your spouse knows you very well and they know how to get you out of a situation always, right? So you could be in the grocery store and you walk up and somebody's like, hey, Z-Bot, remember me? And she knows you can't stand that person.
Yeah.
She will not let you bury yourself. She'll come over and say, hey, honey, can you come help me with the cotton balls over here? Because I'm looking for to wipe my makeup off or whatever. Oh, yeah, I'll be right there. Gone. She saved you. So little instances like this. So Jordan Poyer, fuck, that guy just got paid. But I just had all process and this, and these guys are punking me like that. She's like, I totally agree. Here I go. Right. And now everybody is like, Drew, that's facts. And then you have a guy like Kevin that's like, I want him on my team. Man, the Bills don't respect you. If they respected you, they would have paid you like they would have paid that guy and that guy. And here you are. But you know what place that does want a safety? Miami. Isn't that? Like, Kevin, your tweets are amazing and this, that, and the third. And here goes Jordan Poyer.
Petty, man.
The only thing I didn't like about it is she fired off a tweet about it like almost instantly after Diggs got paid. Like just when we dealt with that, which people were finding an issue with that too, just because, Diggs is he's a very confusing figure on Twitter. I don't think anything ever makes any sense. It's just random crap. But he started tweeting out what seemed to be like code, and people were like, oh, he's leaving. And we finally signed him because people were freaking out about it. And then it felt like immediately, then it was on to Poyer. You know what I mean?
It was on the Poyer. And he has every right to feel the way he feels. And let's be real. Yeah. He's earned his money. He's earned this. The question is, has he earned it with Buffalo? Right?
I think so. But the problem is, has he, you said?
Yeah. I mean, when I say has he, not because has he earned it because of his skill set. His skill set has earned him the paycheck. But is the paycheck going to come from Buffalo? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's so tough because, man, I would hate to lose Poyer. Like you said, this defense and this team, frankly, isn't the same without Hyde and Poyer. Not only that, you're talking easily one of the most underrated tandems in all of the league, those two. They don't get any respect or not nearly as much as they should. And I think that is not lost on them. I know that for a fact. You can just tell. And I think that this is probably, if I were to guess, You couple that with the fact the contract hasn't been put in place, and I'm guessing that probably just adds salt to the wound because these guys aren't respected enough as it is. And then the whole thing with Jerry Sullivan last year, we know that didn't sit well because he was the first thing that came to his mind after they rolled the Patriots. That was his main thought. You know what I mean? I think he's definitely earned it, but I think that there's an element of, a thought process that feels as though that he has not been respected. And I'd have to agree, not from Bills fans or the Bills community or the Bills in general, but league-wide. I mean, when you're talking about the best of the best at those positions, those two should come up, and I feel like oftentimes they don't. And when it comes down to money, that stuff factors in. I think that factors in a lot, and I'm sure right now that's probably a big problem on the mind of Jordan Poyer. You already feel disrespected and underrated, and now you're not going to get paid by the team you're with. I could see it being a problem for sure.
And so isn't it like – oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'll just to jump on this Poyer thing real quick. I mean, imagine for a second if something doesn't happen. Can you foresee a trade happening? To another team? I don't see another trade like within the division. But I was just thinking, like, dang, like Poyer. It seems like something that Bill Belichick would be like licking his chops to get his hands upon, right? I mean, like Stephon Gilmore at the time, but obviously, he was a free agent. But I'm just like thinking, like, dang, man, I don't want to lose Poyer. That guy is I would say he is the leader on the defense by a long shot. I don't think there's anybody else on this defense. I know we would like Tremaine Edmonds to be the guy, but he's not. It's Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer is the leader, and he is the emotional leader. Did you guys see that clip when we were playing the Patriots?
I know exactly what you're talking about,
bro. Yo, if I get fired up to this day watching that clip, I'm like, yo, I'm ready to run through a freaking brick wall when I see that. So that guy needs to get paid. The only thing I have against that is just the timing of it. It's like it just seems, and just like what you said, but like yo, why did you not let Diggs have his moment, right? Like Diggs got like congratulate your brother, right? Like let him have his moment. Let his agent talk to the Bills and whatever, and just trust the process. Maybe that he's coming next, but to jump up there and just like steal the moment from Diggs, it just seemed ill-timed and somewhat selfish to me. I'm not saying that's Poyer being selfish.
Business.
You know what I'm saying? I get his business, but it's just the timing aspect of it to me that kind of like I'm like, all right. I mean, come on now, really, right now, and then Bean said like, hey, you can't pay everybody.
You can't pay everybody. And here's I just put up a list of the top paid safeties in the game, right? So Jamal Adams at 27 years old, getting paid big time money, right? He's sitting at a 17.5 year average. All right. So let's all scroll all the way down to the Bills. And right now, Jordan Poyer is being paid $9.7 million a year. And I think we've spoken about this before. So if he's getting an extension, where does his extension belong? Is he on Kevin Byard's level at $14 million? Because I think Kevin Byard is one of the best safeties in the league, if not the best safety in the league. All right. Kevin Byard is at $14 million. Buda Baker is at $14 million. Is he in the $14 million? Is he worth the $14 million right now? 14.
He's up there, man. To me, that's tough.
Yeah. Question. I love me some Poyer. So you guys just don't come for me. But is Poyer more is his value based upon him playing beside Micah Hyde? You see what I'm saying? Like, or is he that dude apart from Hyde? And I guess you can say the same for both of them. Like, are they that dude?
Ask the real question you want to ask.
That's my question. Man,
ask the damn real question you want to ask.
Who's worth it?
Basically, if you had to choose between both,
if you had to choose between the two,
which one are you picking?
For me, I'm still picking Poyer. Right?
Really?
Yeah. I'm still picking Poyer just because, man, he brings another element. Like, I love Poyer, man. He is a dynamic defensive player on this team, and he brings that leadership capability. Not saying that Hyde is not a leader, you know what I'm saying, but for the defense, man, he gets them, and he can cover, and he can come and lay somebody out in the ground game. And we've seen Micah Hyde sometimes, he gets run over, but nevertheless, but I like Poyer, man.
Is
his value though apart from Hyde though? You know what I'm saying? Is it the same? Does that make sense?
It totally makes sense what you're saying, and the value is what you got to look at. Bean's got to look at both of them. Okay, I got two safeties together. They're amazing.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, this is a business, and I was gonna have to come to a point where I got to keep one over the other. Who's the leader, the quarterback of that defense?
It's Poyer, man.
Is it Poyer? I
love Hyde, man.
Argument that it's Hyde. Hyde's the quarterback of that defense. He's the one that got everybody lined up in the backfield. Yo, check this, check that, right? Can you take Poyer out and put in another safety like Jaquan Johnson, or even draft a safety, the top dog in like Kyle I think he's Hamilton right now?
Yeah.
If Hamilton drops, are they going to skip on Hamilton, or are they going to grab Hamilton? I don't want to get too much into it, because that's topic for another day. He might just get signed tomorrow, and we're sitting here talking about this stuff. So we'll leave it at that. So before we get out of here, we got to do the one thing that we do all the time, and this time we will try to be serious GMs this time around, and it's the mock draft. Boss like, yes sir.
Yeah.
It is the mock. We're gonna do a mock draft, and before we get out of here, so folks, bear with us while we get this thing popping here. We're gonna share this screen, and we're gonna get right into it. That being said, Z-Bot, Jahan Dotson. I was looking at Jahan Dotson, man. Yo, my boy can play, man. Yo, he can play, man. You got me on Dotson, man.
To me, what's the most impressive element of him is that the quarterback play there was so weak. What he was able to do with that, I just couldn't imagine how good it could possibly be if you had somebody like Allen throwing on the ball.
Listen, it would be it'd be pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm not gonna lie. So here we go, folks. We're gonna get right into it. No holds barred. We're gonna see what is available. I'm gonna go full screen so everybody can see. They don't need to see our faces. Let's get them a full shot. So here we are. Traylon Burks. Listen, I was looking at some mock drafts, and I've seen some guys give us Traylon Burks at the 25th pick. So Andrew Booth, Nakobe Dean's available, linebacker. Pierre would be all over this if he could. There's David Ojabo that tore his ACL. There's Devontae Wyatt, right? So this is where,
yeah, man.
What do we do, right? Kenyon Green, Zion Johnson's there. There's Jahan Dotson. We're gonna play coy, and we're gonna go with a corner, because I think the consensus is the corner is the right way to go. I like the Kaiir Elam pick. I'm a fan of Kaiir. I think he's solid, big boy, can run, can stay, and he's physical. But for the most part, let's go with
I'm down with that. Oh, you gonna go Kyler Gordon?
Or do you want to go with
Kaiir?
I like that Kaiir pick.
Let's go Kaiir.
What about Booth though? What do you like about Kaiir more than Booth? Just out of curiosity.
Okay, so for me, Kaiir, he's the type of back, defensive back that he's physical. He will go in and tackle, and that's what McDermott wants. He wants a corner that will become physical and can cover. And he's lanky. He's lanky and tall, and he's got a nice 4.3 speed. So to me, physical, can run, and is lanky enough that I can stay with these top dogs in one-on-one coverage. You can't go wrong with that. That's what I like about him. I don't know about you, Rev, but that's what I like about Kaiir.
Yeah, I think either one of those guys, man, I'm cool with.
There you go.
Either one, because they're both. I mean, they're both extremely physical, and that's what Bean is looking for.
That's another interesting aspect of this too. To be interesting when it does come down to the choice, why they made that choice. I would love to know.
It's all about fit. It's all about fit. So right now we're in the second round. We got Travis Jones available. Man, if we didn't draft any of those guys, sign Tim Settle or Daquan Jones, man, Travis Jones would be a freaking ideal pick right here at pick 57. So right now we're at pick 57. Perion Winfrey's available.
I love Perion.
Reese Hall's there. Sky Moore is there. Are we going receiver? Would you go receiver in the second round?
I think you have to, man. I think you've got to, because you've got to load up. I mean, besides you got Diggs and you've got my man Gabe Davis, but I'm still looking at Jamison Crowder and my man Lil Dirty there. They're on short-term deals, man. We got to get a guy who can come in there, because nowadays, I mean, it's 3 deep.
Yep. It is 3 deep. So I'm looking at Sky Moore, and I'm looking at John Mechie right now. How does the chat feel about going receiver in the second?
But your boy Hall's there.
Listen, you guys know, but it's not a Rico draft. This is
I know, but the same question you're asking about the wide receiver position could also be said for the running back position, I think, too. I mean, if you're talking long term here, it's pretty obvious the long term goal is not what's available right now. There's got to come a point in time where a move is made for a long term running back, whether that's in the draft or not. But you'd have to think at some point.
Oh, you did it.
But you didn't have to say much to me, man. You sold me. It's over.
Rico's like, you had me at running back.
Well, Rev put out this video earlier, and he was talking about the run game and amplifying the offense. And the thing that comes down to for me, I just want to know what this offense is like with a solidified RB1. I just want to know what it looks like. Exactly.
And this is where we got. But now here, and a lot of people are like, why would you grab the running back in the first round? Let me explain to you why me personally would grab a running back in the first round. We picked 57. It's not like we picked 32 or 37.
Yeah, that's a huge.
All those guys are gone by then. So if you don't grab your running back, your true RB1 early, you have no shot at grabbing. A guy like Breece Hall. So you have to grab him early because those guys are gone. Kenneth Walker's gone. Breece Hall is gone. So unless you're okay with foregoing those two guys and going with a third tier like a Pierre Strong, or you want to go with a James Cook,
or those guys,
then fine. But I wouldn't be. I'm not over that. So I'm gonna grab my right.
Yeah, and I agree, Rico, because you think about it, if those two guys are on the radar and they pass them on 25, and you say, and people are like, well, you can just get them in the second round. Well, you're gonna have to trade up some assets to get them.
Heck yeah.
Some valuable assets to trade up into round 2. So why not get him at 25 when you don't have to trade anything?
Now look at this. Troy Anderson is available. I don't know about you guys, but I'm all over Troy Anderson. If we have I have a running back, I have a corner, and we don't know what's going on with our guy, Mr. Tremaine Edmonds. It's either grabbing Troy Anderson or I'm going Bryant, but I'm going to go with Troy Anderson from Montana State.
Hold on, Rick. Let me see the wide receivers, man. Let me see because it's going to get extremely thin real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So we got Wan'Dale Robinson, which is good. I looked into Wan'Dale Robinson. He's nice like that. Alec Pierce
is very good.
Very good.
And he's a big boy who can run.
You need to grab one of these four. And Khalil Shakir is nice too in the slot.
Wan'Dale Robinson is a slot guy. He's a smaller dude though.
Yeah, he is a smaller dude.
Man, I like Alec Pierce. I like Alec Pierce. He can run routes too. But you're probably looking for a guy in the slot. And I'm not too sure he's a slot guy. Guys, Calvin Austin is coming up in the chat. Wan'Dale Robinson, he can do the same thing too.
Absolutely. And we got I think one of our guys is chatting in. He says, Rev made a good point on Twitter, man. There was a ton of smoke last year with the Bills going either Travis Etienne or Najee Harris last year. Wouldn't be surprised if Bean finally gets his guy in the first round. So
that's interesting.
Possible. So who we taking in the third round, guys? Are we going Shakir?
Right. Shakir. All right, chat. I think it's wide receiver. So let's see who we can get in the chat.
Receiver. Okay, let's go look at the.
So we got Shakir. We got one for Shakir, one for Austin.
Yeah. So we got Wan'Dale Robinson, Calvin Austin. All
right. I've got two for Calvin Austin.
Are we off on Calvin Austin, the speedster? He's a great route runner. He can get in and out of breaks, and he's fast as heck. So that's
Let me. I'm thinking we're gonna lean towards Calvin Austin.
Calvin Austin. I mean, let's see what the chat is saying. Are we good on Calvin Austin? I'm looking at Calvin. Everybody's saying Calvin Austin.
Yeah, I see him twice.
Our receiver's deep. So I think what he's trying to say, Bobby's trying to say is, we may not even need to go receiver right off the bat. Let's go with something else. But some people are talking about Velus Jones.
Well, what about Punt God? What about Punt God right now? Are we thinking about pulling the trig?
Remember, Brandon Beane had said when he talked with, I think it was a recent presser. He was talking about speed, man, and he was like, "Man, look, Tyreek Hill, you can't duplicate that. You want to have a guy like that."
Here's the way
Calvin Austin is sub 4.3 guy.
Let me tell you something that Brandon B said, and this is what's going to form my position. He says, going forward, the receiver position is a position that's always going to be deep, no matter what. So we will be able to find a receiver in the third day. So to me, I'm going with linebacker in this position, and we're going to shore up that linebacker position. We go with Troy Anderson. I'm taking the pick on that because I think we're going to have a good receiver next round. and we're about to find out. Watch me.
I hope so, man. Because if Diggs goes down, if Diggs or Davis goes down, man, we're gonna be in trouble.
I'm about to get cooked right now.
That is true.
Let's see what we got. So we got Kyle Phillips is still there. Taekwon Speedster. Thornton is still there. Bo Melton. Danny Gray. So we
need speed. I mean, Taekwon Thornton. I mean, he brings speed, but I don't know if he's any more than Marquez Stevenson. You know, I mean, he's a speedster, but so is Stevenson. But of course, Thornton is a lot faster. But you know, I mean, are you just drafting a guy just for speed? I mean, just for speed alone?
I mean, look,
dang, they got real thin.
Interior lineman, we got what? Lidstrom from Boston College, and we got the Luke Fortner. I've been hearing some things about Luke Fortner. Nothing crazy. Marcus Hayes, is Jurgen around or is Jurgen gone? Jurgen's probably gone. So I mean, and Donovan West is there too. So I mean, we do have some choices.
You're getting pretty low. You're going down pretty far.
For sure. So
yes.
Listen, hold on. What are we looking at right now? So right now we have Kyer Elam, Breece Hall, and then we got Troy Anderson. So corner, we got our corner. So right now, receiver is where we need to go. We need to find a speedster receiver. So if I'm going to receiver, we're going to go with Taekwon Thornton if we want to get that speed.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I mean, we got to get some speed. Kyle Phillips is a good. I mean, he's actually he's a slot guy, and he's like a bigger Cole Beasley. I don't think he's as twitchy as Cole is, but that's another guy you can look at. But yeah, Taekwon Thornton. I mean, get blazing speed. We got to get fast.
We got to get fast. Somebody said, "Yo, Rico, you blew it."
yeah. My man, dog.
You pissed off, Richie boy. Rich is pissed.
Rich is pissed.
Where's he?
Rich is pissed.
What Rich say, man?
Screw the booch.
So let's go with Taekwon. We go Taekwon. We go or Phillips. Taekwon. We'll go Taekwon.
Yeah, all right, just go ahead and do it, man. At this point, man, yeah, it's the end.
Yeah. Rico, you blew it, kid. So right now we don't have a guard. So there's Jurgens. I'll be grabbing Jurgens at this point right now. In terms of getting an interior lineman to back up, swing between left and right. So I'm gonna go Jurgens.
This is my man Zion. Oh man,
you want another corner? Double dip at corner?
Yeah, they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna do it at some point.
Hey, listen. I'm getting it. If Ziba said go get it, he said
you, Rico. If I say it, you know damn well I know my shit. So,
hey, there's Jurgens.
When Ziba said, "Yo, you need a running back, man," that's all he needed to tell me. Get the running back,
dude. You didn't even speak. You just did it and moved on. I mean, you were so ready.
And there's your Jurgens. There's the Jurgens guy. So we're gonna get Jurgens right here. Boom. And now this is where the chat can chime in and say, "Yo, what do we do? What do we got next? What's happening?" You want to go punt?
Oh, listen, punt God. I'm willing to trade the farm. I mean, I'm ready for punt God, baby. I am ready, man.
Where's he at, man?
You want to talk about it getting excited over a pick? Punt God. And I'll tell you what, Buffalo, there's just like certain people who fit in Buffalo. A punter named Punt God would just it would be electric in Buffalo. You know what I mean? It would just be great.
Here's the deal. Punt God has already been chosen. And we're in the 6th
round. Oh man,
not a chosen.
Yo, PS, I really want to hear a show of bot talking draft prospects.
No, you don't. No, you do not. It'd be like that segment on Key and Peele where they're just reading off the most random names of all time. You know what I'm talking about? The Key and Peele skit, the Sunday night intro. That's what it would be.
I'm looking to see where he even got chosen. And I don't see him at all.
He's probably in round 5, maybe. What round are we in?
Pierre is dogging me. I'm sitting here like a dog with my tail between my legs. I'm like, yeah, whatever you guys think. Sure, Rico, running back. Yeah, you got me sold, bud.
I don't see the punt guy anywhere. So
he's gone, man.
Where he's at. But either way, if we were to grab the punter at this point, we could get away with having a punter at this point. Man. But long story short, folks, I didn't want to go too far in. I mean, we're at 6 picks. So
look, at the end of the day, here's what I'm thinking.
What are you thinking, big guy? Talk to me.
I'm thinking punt God at 25, and the rest is hearsay, and we'll just let it all figure itself out. You know what I mean? I don't care.
Who was that guy? Who was that kicker that I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected a guy in like the 2nd round? It was like a few years ago.
You know what?
Well, so what did Sebastian Janikowski went in the 1st round, right? I think he's one of the only ones. If I remember, I can't remember. I think there's one.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a guy named Gunter. So
wow, yeah, I need that.
Yeah, you need that. I need that.
Sebastian Janikowski was drafted 17th overall in 2000. 17th overall.
How long did that guy stay for? Like,
and you're telling me we can get punt guard at 25? Boys, I mean, this is looking better by the second.
Let me ask you this though, for real quick, is it at the end of the day when you look at his career, was it worth it to draft him in the first round?
I mean, he is a legend. Janikowski goated, but god damn, 17? I don't know, man. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go Elijah Hicks and grab a safety right here, and then we're just gonna finish it up by grabbing Noah Ellis. You know what I'm saying? Defense. Oh, you know what? We'll grab the South Dakota State. Chris will call it whatever his name is. Oladuncan, whatever his name is. So here it is, folks. There's our draft. So we got Kyer in the first. We got Breece Hall in the second, Troy Anderson in the third, and then we went with some speed receiver at Tyquan Thornton. And don't forget, man, in the fourth round, we got Gabe Davis. So, I mean, listen, Tyquan could be that dude. And then now we finish off with a bit of Jurgens and Zion with a punter, Elijah Hicks, and we'll call it a day. And that's the way we're going to call it, folks.
I'm all in.
If not for my guy Z-Bot with his in tune with the draft and telling us who to go with, and
I'm like the Buddha with the draft, man. It's just I'm one with it. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you, I believe this is the second week we've been all fired. So
that's another thing I don't like about this too is that we everybody hates you when you do it. That's another reason why it's just not fun.
You know what?
We're having fun, guys. This is all.
Now,
fun,
if we took Punt God, I think it would be fun. I mean, it might not be the smartest choice, but it would be fun. You know what I mean?
I gotta say this though. If you remember, and before we get out of here, I need to know if you guys remember this. Do you remember the feeling you had the last 2 years drafting? Last year, first round, when we made our first round pick, were you like, I'm excited? Or were you kind of like...
And no, I was confused as all get out, man.
Okay, so fine. The year before that, we make our draft, right? Was it the year we brought it?
That was the year we had
right?
first round pick. Second round.
Epinesa. And we drafted Epinesa. No. Weren't you like...
No, bro, I was want to throw up.
Okay, so this year is going to be no different.
Well, 2020, we didn't even have a first round, so that wasn't.
Yeah,
this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
I was excited about Rousseau though because I felt like that was a big need.
You weren't excited. You were not excited about that.
I know I wasn't.
Well, I'll say this: I was excited about the fact that he was like a total freak, and we've seen that play out decently well for Bean. And I just felt like at that position, like we needed help, but it's so hard. You can't expect, and this is like my problem too. You get your DN guy, and you want everybody to be, the next lethal guy in the league coming off the edge, and it's just not happening. It's very, very rare to find it. And
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, we're doing all these mock drafts, and we're getting excited for this guy and that guy, and I'm like, the last 3 drafts that we've had, I came out of it like, fuck, no. I even came out of it that way when we drafted Josh Allen. I was like,
oh yeah.
Well, you want like not? Well, no, so did I.
Look, a lot of us.
No lie. I wanted Rosen. I'm not even gonna lie.
So did I, because I'm a damn idiot. That's why I don't talk.
Exactly.
What the hell do I know? I'm a freaking moron.
Jack.
Chances are we're gonna be disappointed in the pick that McDermott and Brandon Bean go after. We're only gonna talk ourselves into it, right? Oh, wait, let me go look at this guy up on YouTube. Isn't that what we do? Read some articles,
It's immediately what I do.
Right? Exactly. Who the fuck is that guy? Trey White. What?
Didn't know who he was.
Oh, boy, this one is in her bag. You're in your bag?
Oh, boy. Did she sneak into the pantry like she said she was going to?
I am going to. We're just wrapping up right now. We just got fired, so our pink slips are waiting for us. So
we've gotten fired so many times, and I don't know how the hell we're getting rehired all the time here. How do we keep getting a job?
I think they think we're cute. So it's eye candy. So we're here, guys.
There it is.
There it is. So folks,
that's this man right there.
We are this guy, this cute guy right there.
Yes, sir.
This just screams cute. When you look at me, the first thing you think is cute. A quick story about that. By the way, you want to hear something funny? Speaking of like one word, and it's not cute. My girlfriend Caroline, her aunt, we've been dating for 6 years. The first time she saw me, and I got the beard and whatever, I look older than I am. You want to know what her one word to describe me was when she first saw a picture of me? She goes,
adorable.
No. He goes, I'll never forget this. This was like 6 years ago. She goes, oh, he's very rugged looking.
Is that what she said?
So all the time, that's like her and I. That's our little catchphrase.
Mr. Rugged.
Yeah, you look very rugged this evening. Have you ever been called rugged in your life? And I thought to myself, you want to know what? That's actually not bad. That was not a bad word choice. No.
It's like she's saying what? What is she saying? She says he's very rugged.
Well, he's a very rugged individual.
Manly. Maybe she's saying you're manly. You're manly. You're rugged. That's what you want.
You remember that one time the guy, the Pats fan came into the chat and called me a human gummy bear? And I don't think I've ever laughed so hard in my entire life.
Human gummy bear.
You said what?
So this was like 2 years ago, and there was some Pats fan or something. We were cooking one of these teams, and one of the fans comes in, and I'm just, I'll just mosey down to the chat, and the guy goes, "That bot guy looks like a human gummy bear," and I literally started wheezing, dude. I don't know how people come up with this stuff, truly, but that one was my all-time favorite ever.
Well, wifey said some people do look like gummy bears. Does Z-Ball look like a gummy bear?
No, but like they look like.
You can be honest. You can be honest.
What flavor?
And then somebody said I look like the worst tasting gummy bear of all time, and then that was a little hurtful.
Oh, snap.
I mean, that one hurt.
I can't call it, bud. I don't know, man.
Rev, if I was a gummy bear, what flavor would I be? I hate to put you on the spot.
Are we going this, bro? Are we going down here? All right.
Wifey said the red one.
I got a little rosacea. It's the Irish in me, Plus, I got these lights on me, and
that makes sense. I see it.
Aren't they redheads?
Give him a flavor. What flavor would he be?
Orange.
Make a flavor up.
Oh, all right.
Make one up.
I did. I said orange.
Something that you wouldn't see in a
blueberry.
Blueberry's fair. I got the look going tonight. Yeah. That's for sure.
Give him something exotic. Give him an exotic taste.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to boysenberry, something ridiculous. You know what I mean? That you don't even know what it tastes like.
Okay.
Would it be like a cotton candy?
Mango.
I was about to say mango. Yeah.
Mango cotton candy. Mango. Look at this. The show is derailed so much. We're flavored.
Yeah, this chat's popping off. It's Dog said I look like a rusty mud flavored gummy bear.
Man.
Let me tell you what.
Brian.
Somebody called you.
Spoof.
School flavor. Too much. Yo, who put the Yo, you guys are stupid.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
Yo, the chat is somebody's a huckleberry.
Oh no. A dip spit flavored gummy bear. That's how I'm starting my weekend off. Holy shit. Oh my God. That's great. My God.
We go for it. I don't even know how we got
it. Yo, Pierre's like, what is going on here?
What is oh my God. Thank you. Man. That was great. That one just made the list.
It certainly did.
We
got the chat dying right now. And we had
I love it.
We didn't even try to do 2 hours. We really didn't. But
dang, no doubt.
Here we are doing it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was our show. This is the Rico Report with my guys. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Bravo. Oh man.
Let's end the show.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Oh snap.
These are the ways you gotta end the show. You gotta end the show with a good laugh.
Yeah,
this will keep people coming back. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the type of laugh you guys are gonna get when we do our draft day. So come on through. We're gonna have Kevin. We're gonna have my guy Z-Bot's gonna be here. Rev's gonna be here. Listen, the whole squad's gonna be here. Jump in. Don't miss out. Big time draft is happening. So, ladies and gentlemen, Z-Bot, what do you got for us on Monday? What do you got coming for us? Are we prepared for anything? Are we just gonna chill out and wait till news comes to us? What's happening?
Well, I'm guessing by Monday. I'm hoping, and I'd be shocked. I think if we don't know of at least a rumor of a move or two, you got to think somebody's gonna be moving up here. So hopefully we have that on Monday, and then the final mock drafts will be out. So on Monday, tune into the smoke break, 8 p.m. Eastern, and we're gonna run through what all the experts' final choices are for the Bills and see which one winds up coming to fruition. So let's see here. Gummy bears or horse carcass, man. I'm in the trenches right now, boys. Good God. Maybe I'll take Monday night off and we'll see during the draft.
This is wild.
Rep, my man, Rep, what you got on Sunday?
Hey, look, I don't even know, fam. To be honest, I don't even know, man. I'm thinking about kind of doing a mock. I don't know. I haven't put out an official mock, on the show. So I may do that. I don't know. Just stay tuned. I'll figure something out. But it's gonna be a fire.
Yes, sir. Well, listen, you guys are gonna see me on Tuesday. I'm gonna put a real decent mock out that'll try to appease everyone, which is never gonna happen. It's not gonna appease anybody. So we'll see how that plays out. But ladies and gentlemen, big loaded week next week. There's gonna be a bunch of rumors happening. So stay tuned. Thursday is the big draft day. We're all gonna be there. It's gonna be fun. We gotta get together and make this happen, man. And I'm gonna go look for some Skull gummy bears. I want to see if they taste good. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
Caroline, Skull tastes good or not?
Listen, God bless her. She's got a sweet tooth apparently, and it's for Skull gummy bears. God Almighty, I'm getting that on a T-shirt, by the way. Speaking of Caroline, her mom makes shirts, and the last one I had her make me this one. On one of my videos, I had it made into a T-shirt. Some guy comment, and I will post this for people who don't believe me, but some guy commented on my YouTube video once. He said, I had to turn on videos of the Rwanda genocide just to get this guy off my screen. And I screenshotted it, and she made it into a T-shirt. I'll post it later. This one, that's the next shirt on the list, the Skull Gummy Bear.
By the way, wifey said, what did you say about the Skull Gummy Bear flavor for his wifey? She will spit, not swallow, is what she said. Hey-oh.
How do we top it? That
is our show, Z-Bot. To the bottom right here, I got my guy Rev, and I got wifey that's out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of the Rico Report, brought to you by the Buffalo Fanatics. Sweet Tooth, that boy, baby. You guys are too much. Listen, this energy Thursday night when we're all together cracking up is going to be the best. Come join us.
We better not drink because 25 is going to be a long way down the road, and that could be a problem. Good God.
So, until next time, it is me, my man Z-Bot on the bottom, and my guy Spitters No Quitters.
Yes, sir.
Get out of here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gone. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Peace. Go Bills.